The SIDNE driving program is a program that we started probably about 17 years ago here at Putnam County. The purpose of this program is to educate high school seniors looking to park on campus at their schools about the consequences of texting and driving, drinking and driving.
Being a part of this program has not only given me education on driving itself, but it's also allowed me to educate my peers and make a lot of new connections that I probably wouldn't have otherwise made.
We focus a lot on distracted driving, so that would be like under the influence, and also just other distracted stuff like drowsy, like being on your phone.
So some of the tasks that we have our students go through are our distract to match activity.
It's hard enough to follow the instructions on its own. I mean, you have the colors, but you can't put the colors matching up, so you got to do the shapes.
So at first, without doing any of the distractions, it was pretty easy. You're just matching, just can't repeat the same colors. But once you did have the impairment goggles on and you had somebody asking you questions and distracting you, it was definitely a lot more harder, because not only was your vision impaired, but a part of your state of mind was impaired, because half of your mind is focusing on trying to match things while the other half was focusing on answering the questions. How quickly things can change in a second. You look down to change your music, or you look down to text a friend or something, and you look up and all of a sudden the scenery changed. So it's definitely taught me to keep my eyes on the road and to not be distracted by anything else.
At first, when the impaired mode isn't on, it's pretty nice, you drive around the go-kart. But once the impaired mode switches on, it's definitely more of a challenge to stay in the tracks. I mean, you guys saw me hit the cones. But it definitely gives you a good understanding of how dangerous it could be to drive under the influence.
It was really eye-opening talking to the police officer who gave us kind of those pointers. I mean, she said something like, if you ever get pulled over, take your keys out of the ignition and put them up on the dashboard so we know you're not going anywhere. And I didn't even know to do that. I feel more confident about driving since I started the program because of the education behind it. A really big part of our program is the statistics. And I think once you hear those numbers, it's kind of like, whoa, I really need to be careful. I really need to pay attention on the road so I can keep other people out of danger too. So I think it's not only getting that hands-on experience with the distraction, with the go-kart, it's also being aware of why these things happen and the impacts that they have on the people around you.
It's definitely taught me so many more safety tips and to look out for so many more risks than I would have. I'm always learning about driving. I'm not as good as I used to think I was. And there's so many new things to be learning, especially through the SIDNE program.
It's definitely helped me as a driver, and I'm sure that I could do the same for everyone else.
I feel that this program should be in more high schools than just in Putnam County. Putnam County has 6 school districts, but only 5 have high schools. So the 5 high schools have partnered with the Youth Bureau, and we partner with our school resource officers from the Sheriff's Department. We partner with Cove Care Center. We also partner with our probation department. We have different partners that help out besides the Youth Bureau. It's just another avenue for them to think about safe driving. And that's what we're all about, is making sure that they're all safe.